Test, 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 test. 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 Hey, Paco. Sorry, mate. I was trying to make my it's trying to get my what you call this chat box pop up in OBS. It's been a while. How are ya? Can you hear me? OBS. It's been a while. How are ya? Can you hear me? Test, test. Test, test. Loud and clear. Wow. Sorry, ignore the boxes. Let me get rid of this box. Sorry, ignore the boxes. I've been... Yeah. This small room is very hectic at the moment. I've got shit all over the place. Hey Cody, how are ya? Hey Moose, good evening, mate. Well, alright. I reckon this is more than enough. I've got 3 guys, so I'm happy. We'll keep it at 3, alright? Once we get 5, I reckon I'll start pressing the panic button. What do we have? Hang on a sec. What do we have? Hang on a sec. There's a bit of reverb. There's a bit of reverb. Reverb. Static. Static. No worries, mate. Thank you so much. No worries, mate. Ah, echo. I wonder what's causing the echo. Hang on a sec. Video capture, game capture. So we don't have the game capture. I reckon we close that. I think I know why. How about now? Is there echo? Any echo? Nah. Test. 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 Echo. Fixed. Cool. Well, what it was is I had Twitch opened, so that's probably what's causing it. I see. Cool. Alrighty. Got the beanie on. Well, first things first, I reckon we should jump on the update. It's been just so busy on my end recently, hey. It's crazy. Crazy busy. What do we have? Let me just open my handy dandy notepad. What week are we in at the moment? That is week 49. Cool. All right. For the GHS.JEM, everything's pretty much completed except for the weights anodization. So what happened apparently, as far as I was aware of yesterday, is that the copper weights had some minor reactions towards the the sandblasting bit. So they had to kind of tweak it a little bit. And plus, it didn't help that, well, this is the first time I've heard, well, I know I've announced before that China had been getting COVID fixes or hotspots every now and then, but I didn't expect that China would still go on like a 5-day mandatory shutdown. I think they got rid of that now, if I was aware. But as far as last week, so what it is that we got a manufacturer for CNC, right? After they finish CNC and everything, they bring it to the finishing plant, which is your anodizing, your sandblasting, or whatever it is. Yeah, so they've been getting lockdown. So I didn't expect that, because here in Australia, lockdown's pretty much 2021. Like, I can't remember the last time that's probably, no, sorry. We were on lockdown until March 2022. But since we've opened up, we never had any lockdowns, nothing. So to hear that China had been getting lockdowns, and I've confirmed it with obviously the news and Google and stuff like that. So yeah, they've been getting lockdowns, like you said, Moose. And at the end of the day, as long as everyone's safe, that's our main concern, you know. We're still on schedule. Technically, we're in December now, and they have assured me that it should be completed in about a week or so. So what happens now is that once everything's completed, apparently brass has been completed, it's just the copper. So the SS is completed, brass is completed, PVD is completed. It's just the copper that they're pretty much working on at the moment. Yeah, I would assume it's pretty much the same boat with Canada, I reckon. Yeah, I mean, because it's definitely the same thing with Philippines. Last time I've heard they had a lockdown was probably, I don't know, can't remember. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on with the GEM. But again, we're still in schedule as predicted. So, well, the RAR finished in about 5 months. So we were ahead of schedule with the RAR. The only downside with the RAR was that it took about 3 months for shipping, due to obviously COVID. So it's tied in China port for about 2 months, or yeah, because by the moment, because what happens now is, all right, they finish all the kits, all the packagings with them now. Like I forwarded the photos, so the GEM will have a tail lining on it. Let me show you the RAR, for example. So, oops. This here is the RAR. You would know right away that it's the RAR because it has this a prototype, so ignore that. It has an orange lining on it. The GEM has teal. And then, yes, yeah, they definitely need to make the copper bits of the jade perfect, and that's what we're really aiming for. So once they get it, they're gonna pack it all up. This time we've learned our lessons. We've actually had 2 layers on the box, so that's gonna be, once you get your your JEMs, they're gonna be triple box. So you got this black fancy box for the GEM, for the main unit, and then on top of that is your accessories box. So it's a bit thicker now than what we've allocated with the RAR, just to compensate with suckers who's fucking, sorry, ignore my language, ordering heaps of accessories and shit. We didn't expect that, so now we've actually made way for that, prepared for that. At least we don't get the PCB squished or whatsoever. And then on top of that, it will be all boxed up, so it's like triple boxed. And then it normally takes them a week to pack everything up. They've got everything. Once that's done, let me just my background music. Once they've packed it all up, logistics kicks in. So we're gonna be moving on to the logistics side, or phase, I call it, of the group buy. Once it gets picked up, it gets to a boat, and that's the next question. How busy and stranded are the ports at the moment in China? Once that happens, it gets to a boat, I'll be announcing the vessel number. That's the funny part, because you guys will notice that everyone in Discord will be like fucking tracking this boat to move. And then once it moves, it normally takes about 3 weeks to get to me, to get to Perth. So it gets to Perth port. The beauty about it, it's pretty straightforward over here. There's not much traffic. With the RAR, it took them about 4 to 5 days to release everything, paperwork, and then it gets to me. Now, once I get them, it would take me about, I'd say about 3 to 5 days to completely dispatch all the group buy JEMs. I've got everything ready right now. I think I'm much more prepared now than when I was with the RAR. What I've done now is that I've actually started building the orders. So we've released extra add-ons for the JEM the past few weeks. So what I've done now is I bundle them with existing orders, just to complete the orders, line them all up, so when the boxes come in, they're already pre-tagged, like as per order number. So order number, and then I'll just keep on building it. So you open the box, QC, bang, put all the bits and pieces, complete the order, double check with the order in the system, pack it all up, off it goes. I would assume, well, as far as I'm aware, everyone's using DHL Express, so it would take at least 3 to 5 days. Some took 2 days, was probably the fastest. But yeah, DHL has been pretty epic, so you get your money's worth. 3 to 5 days, it's with you, and then fun stuff. The number of builds out there, can't wait to see what sort of build. More prepared than RAR. Lilac RAR went very IRC RAR went very smooth. Yeah, it was just a bit traumatic on my end, because obviously that was my first experience of how it is. You know, I've got this so many boxes rocked up in the front door, and it's literally just me doing all the QC, you know, doing the bits and pieces. It was the middle of summer here in Australia. Is actually summer is this, not middle of summer, but we're starting summer like December, so it's starting to get really hot. And the rental I had before didn't have AC, so I was like sweating. So when if you guys have read about those stuff in Discord about, yeah, some of the RAR units have sweat on them, that's actually me. So adds to it, I guess, adds to it. But yeah, nah, definitely on the final stages. So if I was gonna do my math and predict, I'd say we would be expecting the JEM here. Definitely not December, because it's still finishing. They're still gonna pack it up. It's still gonna jump on the boat. And even if it finished, let's say now, to be honest, due to the Christmas period, I doubt it's gonna leave port anytime soon. So I reckon we will get the JEM around end of January. If all goes well and there's no delays in the ports, and we would be starting fulfilling the JEM roughly around first week of February, first to second week. That's my prediction. I might be wrong, but that's just me being a bit realistic of where we're sitting at. I think a bit of reminiscing. We started the group buy for the JEM in June. I'm pretty sure June, around middle of June. And yeah, it's funny how fast time flies, isn't it? You know, my daughter is gonna be it's gonna be yeah, that would be a great birthday present for you, mate. And I hope it doesn't disappoint. I mean, I miss the JEM unit ever since it left. Ever since, you know, I haven't seen a JEM unit. And that's another thing that we've kind of experimented with the JEM, is that unfortunately we didn't really have that much time to market it, or, you know, like show it to people. And we didn't have that much prototypes. It was just, I don't know what happened then. It was so, I would say I was in a bit of a depression phase. Like I was honestly, like I said before, I was like literally thinking of, nah, I've done my part. I've proved everyone I can do a group buy. I can run it smoothly in a sense, you know. So I think it's time to stop, because I mean, the amount of work wasn't really appealing to me that back then. And then obviously I've got family and stuff, and I'm just a, what do you call this, a simple guy who enjoys sitting on my desk at about 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and just play my video games. But with GHS, it's just obviously constantly looking for bits and pieces, sorting stuff, counting fucking silicone O-rings. That was the hardest, probably lowest of my QC experience, is counting 20 plus O-rings, like micro O-rings. But anyway, it was fun. It's fun, you know, especially when you get people saying, hey, We love the RAR. I love the RAR. It definitely makes everything worth it. Seeing the RAR out there is like, wow, mind blowing, and how a piece of product could actually connect in a sense, you know, like most of you guys are halfway around the world and you've got an RAR unit that I've literally held in my hands. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, definitely looking forward to the GHS.JEM. So that's pretty much the update with the JEM. I'll write it all down, post it in Discord. There are definitely always highs and lows, but at the end of the day, for me, yeah, it's definitely worth it. I love the hobby. I would always love keyboards, regardless. And like I've said in my previous streams, having GHS pretty much answered my end game kind of question for keyboards. I've never held or bought any other keyboard aside from a GHS keyboard. Call me silly or what, but I'm kind of like satisfied at it and happy. That's the best part of it. Because I mean, like with the group buy, we each and every one of us, the designers, we get one unit each aside from the prototypes. So we get the prototypes split equally among us. And that's how you guys saw my black JEM prototype that I gave to I gave my prototype to Bad Seed Tech, and amazing how it turned out. So obviously he had the whites pretty much played with Need Patina. Oh man, Need Patina is just hands down pretty much amazing at what he does. So obviously with the JEM we see a few more crazy artwork with Need Patina, or who knows, maybe a few of you guys, even someone here on watching is you know, planning already something crazy, and please tag us. I would definitely love to see how you guys build the JEM. All right, where are we? That's for the GEM. RAR, nothing really fancy. I mean, the add-ons, the accessories, they're all pretty much available in the website, aside from PC plates. So I'm still waiting on the PC plates, but most likely they're gonna come in along with the JEM units because they're gonna be under the same manufacturer. So that's what I'm predicting. Anyway, and it saves shipping cost. With the RST, which is the wrist rest. So still been playing around with a few ideas and stuff. So that's actually aluminum right there, binded on wood. So the design actually is pretty promising. We intend to mix and match a lot of bits and pieces, and we're gonna put foam in here. So when it sits on your RAR, this was designed for the RAR. It just gets like, it doesn't hit the metal. So yeah, we're just waiting on a few prototypes. So far we got 2. That's for the RST. NBD, the desk mats, they're actually gonna be completed next week. Yeah, desk mats are gonna be completed next week. So like I said, when I launch the desk mats, I actually ordered the desk mats already because I wanted to have something in stock that wasn't really gonna hurt us in a sense of like, you know, spending for it in a sense. And I wanted to throw it out to obviously the community, to the streamers, to the people who's helped us, you know, like at least we got something that, hey, have a look at our desk mat, you know. So that was the thought that I had, and I just said, nah, fuck it, just order the damn thing and we'll see how it goes. And then again, we've been very fortunate that we were able to have a few vendors, and that was the main thing again with the desk mats, is that I personally wanted it to use it as a sense of product that I can at least link or connect with various vendors, because I do understand that vendors in a sense are very important, because obviously it saves so much for you guys, you know. If there's a vendor in the US, if there's a vendor in Canada, it's cheaper, no tax, I guess, for bringing them in faster, and that's the main thing, and that's the main purpose for the desk mat. Unfortunately, with the keyboards, until we get to a point where we are quite confident with the QC, because I still personally want to QC all the boards. Hobby Dynamics is a different story because two of my designers are based in the Philippines. So what happens is that when the JEM finishes, Hobby Dynamics get their allocations, get sent to their warehouse in China, and then they send it directly. They ship it directly to the Philippines, straight to my designer, and the designer actually, Ramon, jumps into it and does his QC. So we're confident with that. We're happy with that. But that's the main problem that we have at the moment with getting our keyboards for, let's say, Canada, Europe, or US even. It's just that QC part. We are not a mass producing keyboard company, so we don't have 100 or 500 units in our back pocket that we can actually just fill in to replace, you know. Again, you guys will be surprised for the amount of money that, you know, we just kind of play around with all our products. I would definitely tell this, it's not about the money. So if, for example, we have something in the US that fails, or we got a B stock or something like that, we need to replace that. Logistics would cost again. Getting that unit back would cost again. Those kind of things, you factor it in, are small things, but they build up. We end up nothing, like nothing, literally. So those are the problems that we have with the keyboards. But we've got future plans. We'll see how it goes. I myself have been busy and venturing with a few bits and pieces. Like I've been crazy addicted into cycling recently. I've been just working on the background on bits and pieces where I can be a bit more efficient, and China had always been a major part of those visions and stuff. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but definitely I do understand that it would make life much more easier with most of you guys, because I mean, first and foremost, the products go to Australia, and then Australia we dispatch everything out. It's not expensive. I mean, it's not expensive. It's not cheap to ship them all out. You know, the amount of shipping fees that you guys pay for it doesn't make me smile. It doesn't make me sleep well at night when someone's paying like about $80 to $90 for, I mean, $100 something bucks for the RAR back then. And again, you guys have been truly amazing, supportive, and like I said, we wouldn't be here right now if not for you guys. So that's for the desk mats. The desk mats will definitely be finishing next week. That's as far as I'm aware of, that they're finishing next week. So expect much more of them out in the wild. Because we'll definitely keep sending them out. Where are we now? Clothing line. Yep, we're gonna be getting prototypes this week. Carry case. It's been a bit of a. It's been AWOL on the carry case side of things. Sorry. But yeah, we'll definitely get back into that. We've got a few plans in mind. It's just obviously jumping back into the manufacturing side. Try to find a proper manufacturer that would, you know, that's really the hard bit, you know, establishing a relationship with the manufacturer first and foremost, because they're good at what they're doing. Switches and stabs. There's been a lot of progress for them, because I've been really trying to push on switches and stabs about 2 months ago. But yeah, I personally kind of like just slacked out of it. And I think the positive note right now is that we kind of have this relationship with a few vendors, and that's the hottest part of the switches and stabs is the MOQ. We're talking about thousands, like hundreds, I mean 10,000s of units MOQ for switches and stabs. Now, interesting part is that I think with the SXT, because we're offering a 10U spacebar as per Paco's request. Thank you, Paco. We will endeavor to have a 10U stabilizer kit at least that we can offer for the SXT. And I mean, we listen, man. We listen. I mean, it's definitely a very good, you know, approach and design, and I mean, it's not a meme or whatsoever, but I mean, 10U spacebar, like, if it's a trend, we gotta be part of it. So yeah, we will definitely endeavor or try our best to offer a 10U stab kit. So that will be most likely the entry for the GHS stab. It's a classic, yeah, that's it. I'm still trying to find 10U keycap sets, so with the 10U spacebar, so I can build like a 10U what you call this, SXT. So yeah, that's what we plan for. Next stop, the SXT. How do I explain the SXT? We've initially requested prototypes from a Plan B kind of manufacturer. They're not that bad, but again, our current one, the main one, is just, how do you say it? I'm more meticulous with the small details and bits and pieces. So I wouldn't say it's 100%. Again, it's just a prototype, and at the end of the day, we just want to step on it, have much more prototypes, get prototypes out to people who want to have a play with them, you know, so we can get as much feedback than we had with the GHS.JEM. Because with the GHS.JEM, we were kind of restricted. We kind of waited and nothing happened. So now we are trying to be proactive by, all right, we understand, manufacturer, you're busy. All right, we're not gonna bother you. You're focused on the GHS.JEM. Let's get the other guy to give us at least reasonable prototypes of the SXT. We get the design. We can have a look. What have we missed? Does the design work? And then we can move on, you know. Worst case scenario, we do a few little tweaks, and we've got decent enough prototypes that we can get out there and see what people think. So that's what we've done. So as early as now, we've got prototypes for the SXT. And how do I say it? I'm not a HHKB guy personally, but the SXT is unique, man. I mean, it's how do you say it? It's, I'll just show it. Screw it. And here is the SXT Lite. Yeah, Lite. It's so the Lite is a redesigned version of the full silhouette that we've applied or used with the RAR and the GHS.JEM. Yeah, definitely. And Paco, with the SXT, we will definitely try to work all the angles, like get it as far as we can. Because with the GHS, what happened is that we had a lot of streaming community who you know, we've engaged and said, yeah, all right, we'll send it to you. But we just didn't have the number of prototypes. With the GHS, we tried to, I personally tried to do this approach of like, let's try to cost cut by less prototyping, less marketing, less sending out. The more you send out, the more you prototype, the more expenses you need. The more you pay for shipping, the more you pay for the prototype, the more you pay for the accessories or whatsoever. And that cost, keep that in mind, doesn't get forgotten. That gets chopped in to the actual unit, which makes the GEM much more expensive than what it was supposed to be. It stacks up. So if you guys see a product at the moment out there, it's like left, right, and center, everyone's getting it. Might. They've definitely, that's the amount of resources that they have. And, you know, that's just it. And sadly, we're just not on that kind of perspective. And I'm gonna say it again, we try to keep our designs and products pretty much limited in a sense, because first we want to achieve a faster turnover, 6 months completion for, you know, for production. We want to keep our products a bit more of a memento than something that just, you know, gets moved around quite often. Hence, we've decided we're never gonna release anything again. No round twos, no, even the limited edition colors, we're never gonna touch them again. There's so many colors out there. There's so many designs. We've got designs lined up already for 2024, pretty much. So, just so little time. All right, anyway, I've got sidetracked. Let's move everything across. Light version, because again, we redesigned everything. So the RAR is like this guy here. Yep. Full side seamless, full weight. That's my raw copper. And this thing weighs about 4-ish kilos. Still have the distinctive, what do you call that? I don't know what that's called, but I used to know the term for that. But anyway, still got a front lip. So that's your RAR. Now with the light, it's gonna be this guy. Light PC version, redesigned weight. You still have the slopes. Ooh, Ron! Ron's one of the designers. And we've pretty much used the mounting style design of the GHS.JEM. And it lights up. I know, I know. No! Oops. Sandblasted brass white. Nice and simple. Yeah, we intend to, we actually made this design specifically for those who can't, pretty much, those who can't lift the RAR and the GHS.JEM. Those guys who don't go to the gym. So this is for you. I reckon this is about 1.3. 1.3 kilos. Let me double check. Ta-da! 1.4. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's 1.4 kilos built. And that's a PC. Now, if, say, we go for the aluminum, like this guy here, it's about 1.899 kilos unbuilt, and that's with brass white. Yeah, it's orange. It is orange. I still don't know. I mean, we're still playing around with the special edition, which color we're gonna do. We obviously have the lilac RAR, so that might be an option because we've actually tested it. Orange, GHS has always been orange. Skidata key set, yep. Just don't know which white to actually match with it, so we also got a, obviously the good reliable argent. Hey, focus. Focus. Ah, you don't wanna focus. There you go. Just want to show the logo. And a mirror SS weight. Buddy, we don't talk Rama in here, mate. That's an offense. I've got to kick you out now. Nah, just kidding. I don't know. What's a Rama lava color? So that's with SS, 1821. So it's 1.8 kilos. Argent with mirror, SS. Yeah, I've always, like I always said, Argent is so low key, but such a good reliable color. Very nice. It's my favorite. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is brass. Bit of a polish in there. Lava option. Interesting. Let's have a look. I reckon we should have a look. Let's spy on Rama. That wouldn't hurt. Lava, lava, lava. U80 Rama lava. Lake, port, milk. Nah. Couldn't see a lava one. Probably I'm looking at the old U80, hey. Anyway. Well, we can do a PVD brass baseball bat. It's never gonna happen, Paco. Not a not a brass baseball bat. Not while I'm alive. I'm just gonna, yeah. I would rather make a coffee machine. Love coffee machines. Yeah, so it's just my lighting. Hey, it's a bit, it doesn't really show you that's the scarlet right there. Scarlet, and that's there you go. So at least that gives you a little bit of idea how orange it is. PVD brass basketball. Why make a basketball? Might as well make a kettlebell. So yeah, that's the orange. We haven't even got a name for it yet. So yeah, a good candidate for a limited edition. I think what would definitely look good on this guy is a copper weight to complement, I guess. That's just me. But again, that's the beauty of what's been happening recently, you know, like you guys have been crazy with combinations like Argent with black PVD. There's a lot of options, so it's up to you guys, especially with the limited edition ones. You can freely make your own build. So not sky's the limit, but you can definitely make your own build. Run typing test. Yeah, why not? Probably first and foremost the flex. Their ease flex. It reminds me of the GHS.JEM. I don't know if that justifies. Doesn't justify it. But here you can see here, and I'm really pressing hard. Like pressing hard. But if I'm not pressing hard, it doesn't really have that much flex, you know. But what do I have here? Marshmallows. Pretty sure, yeah. I do have marshmallows with this guy. Let's have a look. Here you go. Yep, marshmallows. I am terrible with typing, so bear with me again. Like I kept on saying, I am no Teja types or Alexodos, but I can assure you that I'm better looking than them. Agreed. Paco, you ruined the moment. Ah! Ooh! 12 hours ago. Jesus Christ, Rama. It does actually look like they're lava, doesn't it? Hey, I picked the Pantone codes for this. Nah, but I reckon that lava is E-coated. I reckon that's E-coat. This is anodized. See how silky smooth the anodizing is? This is anodized. This is not E-coated. I betcha that's E-coated. But that's a render, so hard to attest until they release it, but they're pretty much they're high with their E-coating. So their beige is E-coated, their white is E-coated, their yellow is E-coated. So I wouldn't be surprised if that orange is E-coated. I think the only E-coat we use is for the white, because you can't anodize white, unfortunately. It's just gonna be like silver. Anyway, typing test, shall we? Set aside our Lava SXT. Thank you so much, Paco, for the kind words. We try. I mean, we try, especially for that tiny bit of anodizing. All right, let's have a play with this guy. I haven't really. I must admit, I've been enjoying the 65. I just love RGB. Like, oh, I'm a sucker for RGB. Like, when I saw the tofu, probably back in 2018, I was just mind blown. I was like, wow, I need to have one of those. Give me. And then my first case was an acrylic, stacked acrylic. Oh, that was shit. Well, at least the one I had. Anyway, that's just me. Again, we're all entitled with our personal choices and options and opinions. Where's our typing test? Ooh, that sounded nice. Well, anyway, I've built this with PC plate, full plate. I've used the same gaskets as the GHS.JEM, so that's our Shore 40. So they're color coded as orange. We've got 45s and I think 35 or 50 incoming. So they're gonna be color coded again, but most likely 45s are gonna go with this guy. They're gonna be clear gaskets, just obviously to pave the way for the underglow and the RGB and everything. But yeah, I mean, we've been very happy with this. Personally, myself, I've been. How about you, Ron? Have you built your? You're the best with the Jade prototype. Yeah, the Jade prototype, the beautiful one. Ron has it. It's still with you, like, right, Ron? Have you built it? Not thinking twice. Final answer. Are you still there? Anyway, my bee is gone. Designing more keyboards. You guys can still hear me, right? I mean, because sometimes I just totally disconnect. You guys still there? Woo. Nope, still good. Cool. I was about to freak out. Alright, let's do a quick typing test. Easy. Start testing now. Did you guys hear that? Or do you want me to move the mic a bit closer to the board? Let's try to move it a bit closer. And let's do another one. Yeah, surprisingly, it sounds, again, it's a bit different. The R, it reminds me of the RAR. The RAR does sound clacky to me, while the JEM for some reason sounds talky for me. That's just probably me. Actually, yeah. We can turn that RGB off. We can have a look at the. Where's my VIA? Dun, 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 dun. That's cool. Lower it down. Some Christmas stuff. And just turn it off. Ta-da! Yeah, there's a black polycarb and there's a red polycarb option that we were pretty much playing around with, but yeah, so that's the very first PC GHS case. We intend to do the same light version for the RAR and the JEM. This guy is probably the clackiest of all clackiest keyboards out there. I would say so. Ah. I'm so bad at this. This is the part whenever I go to keyboard meetups, whenever they start doing typing tests, I just pretty much stand all the way far back where everyone could not see me. Yeah. Where's my JEM? Well, it's not my JEM, it's Ramon's, which I need to actually send him this week. Oh. There you go, all three. And that's hang on a sec. That is a nice view. Yeah, it is. Hey, it's a very interesting view. We've got Ron DG, pretty much that's, yeah, pretty much all he's drawing, all the design. So yep, we intend to do a light version for the JEM, light version for the RAR, probably in the extended future, but as of future development whatsoever that we have in the works, we've got a Alice keyboard coming up next after the SXT. So SXT would definitely be summer of next year. Well, technically it's summer already here, so I'd say around Feb, March is what we're aiming for the SXT. But again, as much as, like I said a while ago, we wanna be able to get as much people to have a play with it, get as much feedback, and just, you know, work on the feedbacks. It doesn't matter if it's negative, positive. That's what we aim for whenever we send our boards out. And the best people to send it is obviously those people, I mean, who stream and stuff, because they get a lot of keyboards. They, you know, they experience so much keyboards, so they can easily compare in bits and pieces. GEM, I'd say we would fully fulfill it by first week of Feb. First to second week of Feb, worst case scenario. If everything goes well with logistics, that's pending logistics. But I don't see any, to be honest, I don't see anything drastic that could happen to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. And how about you guys? Do you guys have any other questions, any other recommendations or concerns or whatsoever? I forgot. XLS. I think last time I checked with them was 2 weeks ago, and they've been working on the CNC on the weights. So surprisingly, I would say so that I'd actually be shocked. It's probably, we'll see how it goes, because I reckon, I've got this funny feeling that probably the XLS will ship along with the GHS.JEM. But I might be wrong. But again, I've got this funny feeling that it would be very, very soon. So once they've completed all the CNC, it will then TKL. Yes, there's gonna be a TKL version of this silhouette or this design, and that's gonna be where we will finish with this design pattern. Is definitely with the TKL, and that's probably, I don't know, let's see, I don't know, is Ron still there? Ron, when do you want to do a TKL? Do you have do you want to do a TKL? I reckon probably around 6 kilos, easy. Probably 6, I would say so. 40% now. We unfortunately, Moose, we haven't really discussed anything on the 40% side of things. We are definitely exploring a injection molded kind of plasticky case. So that's probably something in the near future, but design wise, I haven't seen any 40%. I think the lowest we're gonna go for is a 60 at this stage, unfortunately, but again, I might be wrong. We'll see how it goes. I definitely want a TKL area. Yes, I definitely want a TKL. I mean, in terms of layouts, 75% for me is the sweet spot. Like all day, any time of the, 75%, that's me. 65% is something that, yes, I can, that's my minimum. 60%, you're pushing me already to my limit. HHKB, nah, not gonna happen. Alice, not gonna happen. It's like going to a karaoke restaurant or karaoke bar and you're like, yep, I'm gonna jump on that stage and I'll be singing my lungs out, but nah, you just know that nah, it's never gonna happen. Maybe if you're drunk, yes, possible, but I don't see, yeah, that's exactly how it is. If I'm drunk, then I'll be like, I can't even, yeah, I won't be able to type properly, so it's gonna be stupid. I definitely want to take LRAR, see if possible, but make it less than $500. We'll try, we'll see how it goes. You know, if by that time, who knows, resources are cheaper, labor is cheaper. We go by what our manufacturer pretty much quotes us for. Again, there are a few things that you've got to consider, and that makes it a bit really hard on our end, because first and foremost, like I said, we are pretty much limited quantity. We don't mass produce. Do you have you have the chance to experiment with different durometer sleeves on the GEM? Yes, Paco. So I mentioned a while ago, we've actually requested, which should be bound this week. There's gonna be 2 additional durometer or softness or hardness of sleeves that are coming in this week. So we requested a 50, I think, as far as I remember, a 50 and a 35 is what I've remember. A 45, a 50, or a 45 and a 30. So it's either of those things. If we find that they're appealing in a sense, and they're pretty, you know, awesome or worth it, then we would definitely offer it to the public. If we don't see any major anything, you know, why even bother? Why even, you know, spend X amount of dollars for something that's not really worth it? So yeah, we'll definitely do that. I'll try to do a stream before I head out. I'm actually going on a family holiday starting Monday. So I would try to aim for a stream probably sometime on Sunday. You know, I want to build an SXT plateless. That's my goal. Do a SXT plateless build and see how that one goes. Aside from that, it's been a blast, really. I mean, I've been using this guy recently a lot. But I still need my arrow keys. But this guy here, 75, that's me. That's just me. TKL, oh, that's gonna be crazy. Crazy heavy. Like, oh. Okay. Said a few times, I went to a few keyboard meetups here in Perth, and I always bring 2 RAR. There was one time I brought 2 RARs and 2 JEMs and 2 XLS, and I was struggling. Literally, I was like, what the hell? So I've got about, if you do the math, I've got about almost 20 kilos. Carrying 20 kilos, going from my car to the actual venue. I was sweating. I mean, 20 kilos is not that bad if you think about it. Like, if you go to the gym, yeah, you can get a 20 kilo plate. But again, 20 kilos is heavy. So this guy's about 4.5, so double that, you got about 9 kilos. This guy's about 3 point something. So you got, let's say, roughly around 8. So you already got about 17, and this guy is about 1 point something kilos already. Do not underestimate the XLS. This small guy is bloody heavy. 1.4, heavier than your average 65%, or probably some of the TKLs out there. Definitely heavier than a thermal, I would say so. Damn, thermal doesn't even have a brass weight into it. Didn't realize the aluminium is 1.8 for this guy. So this is definitely the lightest case. Anything else, guys? Anything else you guys wanted to say? Oh, World Cup. Who's been following the World Cup? Are there any matches today? Yes, definitely. Definitely have to have the chance. Where are... or where... No matches today, really. 6 a.m. So it's not gonna be until tomorrow. Fuck. I appreciate it, Paco. Thank you so much. Nah, thank you. We'll definitely catch you later, hey? Like, just chat whenever. Let me just write down everything that we've discussed. XLS. Sorry guys, I'm just doing updates and everything in bits and pieces. a pack of foam. Yeah, none of these builds have silicone dampening on it. None. So yeah, there's no. I just built them. No tape. I've seen few builds right now where they tape everything at the back. My missus was telling me, what the hell is this thing in TikTok where they were putting tape at the back of the PCB? I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. That's just too much effort. I mean, doesn't need it. But again, yeah, we have our own, preferences or whatsoever, but you do you, my friend. That's always. Ooh, really? I would definitely love to hear that. I haven't heard a RAR with it, with the tape mod on it. Bum, 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 bum. Mm, 49. And let us send that out. Ooh, thank you, kind sir. Oh, you got a scarlet. Well done. How do you like the how are you liking the scarlet finish? I mean the color itself. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you do have a few red keyboards then. Let's I need to put in my headphones for this. Talk. It sounds so talky. Oh, appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words, Blaze. I really appreciate it. That's crazy. What switches do you have on it? Ah, okay. So with MT3, everything talks. Interesting. I've never. I think the only keycaps I've tried are, well, obviously your GM case, CRPs, and I did venture before with a few what do you call that keycap? IFKs. Ink blacks. Wow. Ah, so with MT3 everything talks, eh? Yeah, I would say so, because I mean, the RAR is a bit steep, isn't it? That's why yeah. With the RAR, I kind of actually with the. That's another thing to consider. The SXT is actually narrower angle-wise than the JEM. It's a bit more, yeah. Yes, the RAR is a bit too tall. I agree. Even the JEM, because the actually, nah, I think the RAR. Oh yeah, there you go. It should be the same. So the RAR and the GEM are pretty much similar, but with the SXT, it's definitely lower. Probably about 10 mils, 5 mils. What if you do orange? I'm all in. Hey, fan, how are ya? Nah, that was very good, Blaze. That was very good. So that was taped, right? I reckon I need to explore taping then. Give it a bit of a go. Let's do this last errand thing. Just make sure I email everyone with the update. Yeah, orange is not that bad, isn't it? I haven't actually built a the aluminium case yet, so I'm saving it for a plateless build. I'm just trying to get some time because I mean I've been packing up, I've been trying to complete the just want to make sure that all the GHS.JEM orders are all piled up and stacked up already, so that when when the GHS.JEM units comes in, it's quicker, faster if I turn them, I mean to just send them all out. That's my main objective. Yes, fan. They all have the same lip. Yeah, I reckon too. Hey, I mean, there's not really much orange cases out there, so I reckon we do the executive call by this stream that, hey guys, we need to make it happen. I wonder what that mirror would look. On an orange. What do you reckon? Nah. Black PVD, yes. All right. We'll once I get the next batch of prototypes, we'll definitely consider that black PVD. See how that one goes. But I think we're happy with that orange. Are we? I'm quite happy with that orange actually. But again, it's probably because of the lighting. But I don't know if it justifies it if I open the main light. Nah, makes everything too bright. Let's see, just for argument's sake. Nah, it's too bright. Anyway, I'll be sending that one to Dutch so he can justify everything. So let's see what Dutch builds it with. What was I doing? Aha! Duplicate that. Nope. Ta-da! That's perfect, perfect, perfect. And review. Edit. Review. And we hit send. Done. Alex really wants an orange board. Yeah, we could definitely hit up Alex. The thing with Alex nowadays is that he's just so busy. But yeah, no, he definitely would definitely. I mean, right now with the batch that I have, what I intend and plan to do is what do you call this? I'll try to reach out again to those guys who missed out with the JEM, give them a bit of an opportunity to play around with the SXT. Like I said, I feel so bad with the JEM because again there were so many people who wanted to have a play with it, really, and we just didn't have that much prototypes. We didn't have that much time, and yeah, we I'd say kind of slacked onto it again, but sorry, it's probably less time that it takes Ryan to unbox it. I mean, yeah, I think the community has been very, very active. There's definitely a lot of new faces, which is good because you get a lot of new people, a lot of new perspective, a lot of new opinions. And for me, at the end of the day, as long as they do it with all honesty and stuff, that's the main thing. Because I mean, it's yeah, all right, fair enough. Even if let's say it's a product review, how can you review or say anything negative on a product where the owner actually paid you to review it? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, we're still looking at the definitely around the February, probably around the February mark, because like I said, we just really want to get the SXT as far out as possible as we can get, so that again we can get a lot of feedback. We can work on those feedbacks, and yeah, it's not really more on getting people to know, hey, there's Gone Hacking Studio or whatsoever. It's not that. We're quite happy with the bunch that we have. Again, keep in mind, we're not really we don't do bulk orders or whatsoever. The gem orders, sorry. Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely. I reckon at this stage, we're like 6th of December, like I explained a while ago. What happens now is, if let's say, as per manufacturer, in 2 weeks' time, everything's completed, they will then pack it all up. Even let's say, yeah, 2 weeks' time. But again, you got Christmas break. We will get logistics or the shipping company to pick them up from the manufacturer, and then it sits at port, and it takes about 3 weeks to from China to Perth. So it will go China, Singapore, Singapore, Perth. That's what happened with the RAR. But the funny part with the RAR is that it actually stayed at port for about 2 months because of COVID, because that was the time where there were just so much delays in shipping, like stranded boats whatsoever. That was back in, when did we do the RAR? 2021. So yeah, that's pretty much the scenario that we had with the RAR. But once the boat moves, it takes 3 weeks. It took the boat 3 weeks. It's here with me. Once it gets to Perth, it takes about 4 to 5 days for customs or whatsoever to be cleared, and then it gets delivered to me. Once I get them physically, it will take me 5 days to dispatch everything out. That's including QC on the cases, each and every case. So in theory, I reckon if everything goes well, definitely end of January or early February. That's, yeah, if everything goes according to plan. Yes, definitely, hopefully before CNY. That's, yeah, that's the plan. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. Any other requests, concerns, anything you guys want to discuss? I'm ready to build. Oh my, I can't wait. I can't wait to see all those beautiful, amazing, crazy builds. What are you planning to build yours with? What did you get? Which color? Well, I'm gonna fire my RGB back. Oh man, yeah, that's my personal. I went with blanc with dark PVD. That's my personal case. Can't wait. That will be my first white case. I love white case. It's just so easy, so clean, you know. But yeah, you can never go wrong with SS. It's gonna be pretty schmick, I reckon. Yeah, true. True. Do you have an RAR though? Or have you seen an RAR? Oh, that's alright. You should see one. I mean, in my opinion, I'm not really a fan of e-coding. For the GHS.JEM Blaze. Yeah. You guys are actually a bit lucky because with the JEM, we were able to renegotiate our rates with DHL. So if you guys, I mean, during the RAR era, like literally our account with DHL is like, who the hell are these guys, you know? So I remember that our RAR unit was like 110 USD to be shipped. Are you guys from the US? Oh, from the UK. Oh, sweet. Speaking of which, how's the weather at the moment there? Is it getting really cold now? 20% VAT. Oh, far out. Is that how the UK is? 25%? What the hell? Which country in the EU are you, Sky? That's crazy. Who does 25% VAT? What the fuck? Sweden. No, it's not very cold. Just around 6 to 7 degrees, eh? And you call that not cold? Now I'm actually leaving for Budapest next week. So it's gonna be my first Europe trip. So basically, it's a family trip. Before the pandemic started around 2019, we were supposed to, like, my mother-in-law bought us tickets to Italy, like just the whole family. Communist countries, aka socialists, do have that. Nah, bullshit. Philippines have VAT. And Philippines is not a communist country. It's not even a socialist. It's a what do you call this? It's a corrupt country. I'm escaping the cold to Spain. So Spain would be like pretty reasonable, hey? Um, Taxation is I agree with you. Taxation is theft if your country is corrupt. But if your country is, say, like for instance, Australia, we get taxed. I don't think we got VAT, but taxes for business or even work is a bit high. But you see where it goes in a sense. Oh, Spain, 19 degrees. That's perfect. How did they? Oh, yeah. No, my only fear is that because I'm doing Budapest. I'll be spending Budapest, Italy, Switzerland, Paris. Um, yeah. They tax salaries here in Australia. Pretty sure. It's a fair bit actually, to be honest. But yeah, it's how do I say it? I'm much more excited about it like last year. 50% tax on salary. What the fuck? Oh my. I'm not. I feel so bad for you. I don't know how can I help you? Can I give out like virtual hugs, or we can do like you know what? I'll grab a beer. How's that? Is that something that would make you feel better? 50% tax on salary. Did you guys in AZ are lost? Government has gone full totalitarian. Uh, yeah. Let's not get this stream banned. I don't plan on getting banned, guys. Do we? But I mean, seriously, can we get banned? It's not like we're doing a propaganda or anything. I mean, we're just talking facts. See you, Moose. Thank you so much. Have a good night and or a good day or whatever it is on your end. But yeah, stay safe and definitely catch you soon, eh? Facts are offensive these days. True, true. I agree. I agree. But it's funny how it's just the shift. It's totally amazing. Or you know, I still pause every now and then and just because I'm 38, so I'm an 80s kid. I mean, 90s is like my childhood, and back in the day, we don't even have, you know, phones, social media, nothing. Even the early 2000s, it wasn't really that much blown up like how it is right now. And you talk about facts being offensive, but facts are so easily out nowadays because of social media, because of all this technology that we have that just links us all together in a sense. You know, you can literally look at anywhere in the world right now. Well, not anywhere. I think most of the main cities, especially, you can just go to Google or social media and you'll definitely know something about. And funny is, if you're not happy about something, you can even start the propaganda and just post something and make it viral or something like that. It's crazy how social media plays a big toll right now. But at the same time, I reckon it's there's obviously a lot of good and bad about it. Obviously, people can manipulate stories, facts, which is bullying is another thing. There's real life aspects and there's a social media aspect that you both need to kind of portray yourself in a sense. You know, you can be this quiet, isolated kid in real life, but in social media you're like this night owl who's just a party animal and crazy ravage or whatsoever. And yeah, it's mind-boggling, you know. Excited and anxious to see how it goes in the next 10 years from now, how everything will change in a sense. Feel bad for my daughter. I've got a 4-year-old daughter, so it's just gonna be a bit hectic for her. But at the same time, again, you got your ups, social media, you know, like everything's a bit more neutral and equal now. Human rights, you can just go, you know, jump on social media. Trends are getting, what do you call this, cultural barriers are getting broken down. Love is love kind of thing. So, you know, women are getting equality in a sense in some aspects, and crazy. That's just me. I just love babbling about stuff. I'm gonna shut up now. That's why we stick with keyboards, hey? Make things a lot more simple. What else do we have here? Yeah. I mean, keyboards are pain relief. Exactly, 100%. I think I personally think that life can be, in general, can be a bit simple in a sense, and at the same time complicated in a sense, you know. I believe that we always have a choice in whatever we want to do. You know, we obviously try. I mean, if you want to be something or you want to do something, you try to do it. It's just that simple. But again, obviously, you need to consider your surrounding, your resources. Obviously, you can't be a rocket scientist if you don't have the brains to be a rocket scientist. It's just not gonna work. But what you do is obviously the other bits and pieces. And no, I agree with you. It feels like sometimes it gets worse and worse by the day. Bottom line, at the end of the day, it's all about the money. You know, new tech comes out, new social media platform comes out, it's all about the money. And sadly, it has, its ups and downs, and it's gonna be a bit tricky. But again, you have a choice. Do you go down that path where you just soak yourself up and just bow your head down and, you know, feel miserable, or you choose to do something that makes you feel better and enjoy life a bit more better? Keyboards, pain relief, get more keyboards, makes you happy. Those are the things, you know. Like recently I've been really hooked up with cycling. I've so loved doing it, and it's again a rabbit hole. Like there's so many bar tapes, you spend this, you spend that, it's all spend, but you ask yourself, do you really need it? Then there's another voice in your head and goes, yeah, you need it. And it doesn't stop, it just keeps hammering you. You need it. And then you just buy it. The answer is always yes. That's it. That's just how it is. That's just how beautiful it is, in a sense. Like after, like I said, after the RAR, I was like a bit soul searching. So I came to a point where I was like, yep, content, happy, endgame. RAR for me was endgame. How can I love any other keyboard aside from an RAR? Like, that's it for me. So I jumped on different hobbies, and you know, I've done audio, like bought a nice enough headphone, got myself speakers, got a turntable. Yeah, it's good. I love music, don't get me wrong, but once you get to that point where you've got the setup, the full setup, for me it wasn't really that practical anymore. Like, I'm getting very good music already, and you're asking me to spend thousands of dollars for 2% or probably 5% benefit. Like, it doesn't make sense. So again, that was my endgame audiophile. That was done, dusted. Then I got myself into coffee. Love coffee. Bought a home espresso. Got the whole bits and pieces, you know, like your DITs or whatever, your tamps. Love coffee. Every morning, coffee. Lucky enough that we have really good, you know, beans here in Australia. Not the beans itself, but we got roasters that does pretty good job. And coffee or RAR? Tough choice. RAR definitely. No, but yeah, no, love coffee. But then again, got the coffee machine. Everything is just motion, you know, like wake up in the morning, do my own coffee, happy, smiling, done, end game. Then cycling came, and apparently there is an end game in cycling. So, but again, keeps you busy, you know. Extra RARs laying around, unfortunately, none. I have one. There was a C stock RAR unit that we pulled out of the list. So there were two C stock units. The one got sold, the one we salvaged it, like we pulled it right away because we didn't assume that the C stocks would be sold. I mean, the people would buy a C stock. Whoever I spoke with in keyboard hobbies, almost similar side hobbies. Yeah, it does. Hey, I mean, I think coffee and keyboards and music. That's it. Like keyboard, music, coffee. Then you got coffee, cycling. I would say so. How bad is the C stock? The case isn't really bad. The case is like it's schmick, like A stock, but the weight, the what happened was the manufacturer didn't put a protective film on it, so I don't know, the sea air or whatsoever made it like this. So it has like stain marks and stuff like that. So I was gonna send this out to need to get worked on, and so we pulled it out, and then I met this guy who designed our desk mat. He's a local artist, graphic artist. So I said, what do you reckon? I've got a RAR, a keyboard unit. Do you reckon you can play with it, you know, do bits and pieces? He's like, yeah, send it over. We'll see how it goes. And true enough, he did do this. But where is it? If I find it. Fortunately, I can't find it. Where's my RAR case? Sorry, everything's all over the place at the moment. I literally have XLS stuff over there. I bought the RAR as a gift for my brother, but once I built it, I couldn't give it to him. Took the RAR for myself and bought a tofu for him. That cracked me up. Oh, does he know though that you were supposed to give him RAR? That was quite a good jump. Well, yeah, the weight looks like that now, but the top is actually like this now. It's been hand painted by the same artist that did our desk mat. It's not Cerakoted. I don't know what type of paint he actually used, but the detail on this shit is crazy, man. Like, seriously crazy. So, yep, this is the last RAR. But again, the RAR was around 500-ish for the standard edition, I reckon. The Scarlet was definitely around the 600 mark. It's not bad, Blaze, isn't it? He I don't know how he did it, but yeah, he's a graphic artist. He's the same guy who designed our desk mat, and he hand painted it with he told me the method, but mad respect for artists, like crazy mad respect. I couldn't draw shit. Like right now, if you ask me to draw something, I couldn't. Like I would draw like my the way I draw people is like the stick man, you know, round stick. That's one thing that I really suck with this life of mine is art. Like I couldn't cut straight. I couldn't make a straight line. Nothing. Art. But anything sports related, I reckon I'll be well. Good enough. But yeah, I reckon there's a few RAR units still out in the wild getting sold or something. I think, to be honest, there were 220 RAR units all in all. Well, 223 including this purple, this lilac RAR. I don't know if you guys can see the color, but yeah. Oh, probably that guy dropped it. Yes, only 3 lavenders. Correct. 3 lavenders with 3 raw copper weight. There's only 3. So there's one of us each designers. Unless one of my fellow designers sold theirs. Flippin' GHS designer headline. But yeah, no, there's only 3 of us with the lavender one. And then out of the 220, you take away 1, which is the one I showed you. So there's 219. You take away another 3 because we had our personal kits. So there were a total of 216 RAR units out in the wild. And there's probably, I'd say roughly around 20, 25, including ours, Scarlets out in the wild. Probably around, yeah, 25. There's a lot of black ones. There wasn't that much Argents as well. Argents were like pretty close to extinct. Now that's my Scarlet. Yeah, I think that from rough memory, yes, there's probably around 25. Jades, the Jade.JEM, there's probably around 30 31. And then there's only about 210 or 220 JEM units, depending how the production turns out. Because with the Scarlet, they actually the manufacturer always makes something extras, obviously, to compensate if ever there were, you know, B stocks or whatsoever. And even the B stocks, we just ask for it. Okay. Yeah, so he did, yeah, he did nick it. That's a shame. And it's an Argent. I've always said this, like, the GHS Silva is so underrated that it's hands down, probably, I would sound cocky or whatsoever, but GHS Silver, the Argent, is hands down one of the best silvers out there that I've seen. Same anno place as Keyboard Treehouse. That's the funny thing. We don't know. There's no way for me to know. My manufacturer wouldn't tell me. There are manufacturers, like if you just jump on Alibaba and you just go, hey, we want a keyboard or whatsoever, and they would like show they've done this, they've done that, but at the end of the day, they're just all full of shit. Like if they tell you, for example, they do the Q or something like that, they're full of shit. They couldn't do it. That's the hard part, getting a manufacturer. And then most of the good manufacturers, they have discretion, so they're not gonna tell you what they've done or whatsoever. Praxis, the best anodized silver that I've seen or owned is an FMJ 80 TKL. I don't know if you guys have seen one. That's hands down the best anodizing that I've seen. Next would probably be, if we're talking about anodizing, I would say TGR, old TGR, not the new Mono-K TGR something, the classic TGR, the classic unicorns, for example. The very first one had issues with the purple. I think that the anodizing turned out different color or whatsoever, but overall TGR, in terms of like their brass, their sand blasted brass, it was very, very good. The anodizing was so thick in a sense that it kind of feels and looks like E-coat, but it's actually anodizing. So I was even kind of scratching my head like, is this anodizing or powder coating? Something like that. But yeah, that for me. Keyboard Treehouse, yes, AE boards has pretty good reasonable anodizing. Their brass, sandblasted brass, is pretty good. Who else? Who else has pretty good anodizing? I've never owned a what's a popular board right now? I've never owned a key cult. I've never owned a Geon. So Geon is probably is pretty amazing and popular right now, and I love how he does his thing. So mad respect to Geon. His designs, everything is very, very, it's very, very good. But I've never owned the board. Everything's reasonable on his end as well. I don't think he's into mass producing as well. Key cult, I've never owned one. FMJ80. Yeah, it has a few chips already, but mate, that FMJ80 is just so simple, but that anodizing, oh my gosh, like you can even see it right now on the photo how clean that anodizing is. Like, look at that. That's like a brown two-tone. It looks like it looks like E-coat, but it's not E-coat. Singa KBD, nah, I'm not really a fan of Singa. Salvon, nah, not a fan. Gion, yes. Keycult, yeah. I've never owned one, and I've always been, what do you call this, upset because whenever I join their raffles, just for the sake of like owning one, because there's no way on earth that I would justify myself spending $2,000 aftermarket for a stupid key cult. No way, that's not gonna happen in my lifetime. I'm never gonna go down that path. It's just plain stupidity. Flex, yes, probably, but nah, I'm not gonna go down that path. Yeah, I just never won any of their raffles. Even a shirt, I guess, to flip. Sadly, that's the trend later on. Like you join Key Cult raffle because you can flip it. But I think the main thing that really disappoints me at the moment is that, I mean, they earn the right of, because they work for it, you know. Key cult is Key Cult right now because they worked for it. Like obviously you got Teha, who worships Key Cult, and that Teha has a lot of bits and pieces, you know. Like I would never forget when he first pulled out the second generation, I call it, KC keyboards. So they moved from China to doing their own keyboards, right? Which is a very, very smart move, because in a sense they save costing, time, whatsoever. They control everything than China, where they don't have the presence over there. But the biggest note of that second generation key cult is that raw weights. Why? Because anodizing is easy enough, or Cerakoting. Like the US has a lot of Cerakoting because of the guns. Anodizing is easy for the US. They can do that. CNC, straightforward. They've studied, and you know, they know. That's why they were confident to buy their own CNC and do their own keyboards. But the weights is a different story. The weights is the hardest part for me of the keyboard, to actually the finish, to get it perfect. You know, the previous key cults were like what, mirror PVDs or sound blasted, and then now it's all mostly what do you call it, raw. They're art raw weights. I'm like, fucking idiots, that's raw. That's literally machine marks on the weight. And Teha goes, I like this is brilliant, this is beautiful, and everyone goes, wow, it's beautiful. So after that, I just like, nah, I'm never gonna own a key cult. It's stupid. I don't get it. Like, but it is what it is, you know, and that's what marketing does. And I remember back, because I started with sneakers. I was a big sneaker collector, like because I used to play basketball, so sneakers for me was like the second thing to keyboard. Like I literally open a box of sneakers and smell it, you know. I never went down to the point where I put my cereals and milk on it. Like I would never do that, or beer. But I love sneakers. I slept in a few outside a few Foot Lockers, you know, just line up for a pair. And sneakers was just brutal. Like the community was brutal, you know, people get killed. There's a lot of like, it's a bit hip hop in a sense, and gangster kind of, you know, atmosphere. I'm not being racist or anything, but it is what it is, you know. And there was a brand, what's the name of that brand? Supreme. Supreme built their brand so well that they can even sell a freaking stone, hollow blocks. I'm not kidding. You can Google it. It's actually sold out. That's how good they are. They come up with a stone, put Supreme on it, and sell it. How crazy is that? Yeah. GHS, yeah, definitely. I would definitely, if I have the opportunity to buy something, probably I'll get a GHS keyboard. TGRs, yes, old school TGR, not the X TGRs. I don't know. I haven't really been that much active within the keyboard community. I think the last time I've been in Mech Market was probably last year, when the RAR was being fulfilled, because there were guys telling me, hey, someone's flipping on RAR. But what can you do? I mean, it's part and parcel. I mean, I was on MM around 12 minutes ago, yeah. Agree. I've never browsed MM. It's just if ever you browse MM, you need to double check your credit. I mean your bank account. Make sure you got funds. There's just so many stuff in there. But yeah, that's the FMJ keyboard. That's for me hands down the best anodizing in a keyboard that you can see. Like, I don't know if you guys notice it with the lights, but I wish I had like old prototypes. It doesn't justify the Scarlett's anodizing, but as you can see, there's not like any metallic like shining into it. It looks like paint, but in theory, anodizing, if you think about it, remember those mountain hooks? Like, they're so metallic. So those are like your base generic anodizing. What's a good example for anodizing? I'm not a fan of let's have a look if we can see. Hey, see you, mate. See you, Blaze. Have a good one, hey? Take it easy. Stay safe. Keyboards, my friend. Keyboards makes us happy. Stay happy. I wish I've got my old keyboards. Nope. Photos. Nah, don't have my old keyboards. Well, but anyway, the one you showed, I don't know. It depends. It depends really. I mean, how much you want the layout, how much you want the board. But yeah, scuff's a bit of a. I mean, in all honesty, once it has a scuff, then obviously you know it's B stock in a sense. But I don't know if I don't remember selling a B stock Argent with a nick like that. I don't remember. Normally, we deem a B stock before because of like some really micro knife marks or something. That's what we deemed before. But nicks like this, nah. But it's weird because it looks like he hasn't even built the well, doesn't seem like he's put in the rubber feet. So the white apparently is flawless, so he never opened the, yeah, he never got rid of the film, but he did build the board, so that's, yeah, interesting. I'd rather buy the C stock. Nah, we don't really know what we're gonna do with that yet. Like I said, it's a bit of a special one. I'm definitely gonna be sending the weights to Need Patina so he can work on it, see how it goes. And again, Need Patina is a bit of a busy guy, so I need to see how his schedule is. But aside from that, nah, that's pretty straightforward, I guess. No, but well, I think it's about time to put an end to our stream, and it's getting a bit late over here. Just want to first and foremost thank you guys for obviously taking your time and, you know, just joining the stream and listen to all my babbling and ranting and shit. So appreciate you guys. Thank you. And Sky, by all means, I hope, I'm pretty sure there's always going to be an RAR out there. Always. There's always going to be that one person who decides to. So sometimes, yep, patience is a virtue, they say. But I know how it is. I don't have patience when it comes to the keyboard stuff. We get too excited and it makes us happy, and that's the whole gist of it, you know. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much again, guys, and have a good night. Thank you as well. Thank you for yeah, staying. Depends how deep the scuff is, to be honest. If it's just like really minor, I reckon it can be saved. Not Cerakote, I reckon you have a chat with Need Deep Patina. I don't know if you know the guy, but he actually does he doesn't just do the weights, he can do the top as well. Or surely maybe, I don't know, maybe Salvan does his own stuff, so he's EU, right? But I'll and if he's pricing it, yeah, there's always going to be someone in EU, I reckon, because you guys have pretty good industrial stuff background over there. Like literally everything right now that China has came from from you guys. So I would say there will always be that someone. But again, keyboard is a different story. But it wouldn't hurt, you know. It wouldn't hurt to try and ask and see how it goes. At the end of the day, if that Argent's priced pretty right, you're happy with the price, by all means. Cerakote is pretty good. If it's the smooth Cerakote, like Matrix keyboards do a lot of smooth Cerakoting, and they've been pretty good. But if it's just like Cerakote, like ordinary Cerakote, I wasn't not really quite a fan. It's like textured in a sense, but that was just what I experienced based on my experience. So I might be wrong. Again, don't quote me on it. But anyway, thank you again, and yeah, by all means, if it's better, then yeah, just spend the extra dollar. You can even, you know, looks like the weight is actually intact, like he hasn't even touched the protective film. So I would definitely jump the gun on it. And it's an Argent. At least you can see how the finish of the Argent is. Just put like a sticky tape on the nick, or get like a silver pen. Put a dot into. Put like a sticker. Yeah, just get like a silver pen. It's like a tiny dot. Let me just. The guys who hated the RGB are not there. I'm gonna do my RGB again. RGB, where are you? Ta-da! Do we do rainbow swirls? Hey, rainbow swirls. There you go. Interesting. Yeah, I think I want the Mood 3. Yeah, there are GHS stickers. I do include one. Stickers. You normally get like a pack like this, and has like a sticker inside. Although the GHS.JEM has like much more add-ons in it, like we're giving out shims, because the PCB is actually much thinner than the ones we used on the RAR. And you get a personalized card handwritten by me. Yes, GEM PCB is 1.2, as well as the SXT. Cool. Alright, guys. Nah, I doubt. I'll have a chat with our team and see how it goes. If we can, we got plans of offering like a thicker. I think the 1.2s have like a significant play as well with the mounting, because our PCBs are mounted. The mounting of the GEM is actually it's not really that flexy with plateless, but because I did the plateless build, it was flexy, yes, but I mean that's the whole point. That's why you went for plateless. But if it's not plateless, it's not really that flexy. So we got those tabs on the PCB, and you just pretty much have your gaskets. We're gonna be release. We're testing like different softness of the gaskets. So that's your gasket right there, and then you just slide it on, it clips, and that's it. Half plate. What plate is this? This is half plate. It's not really, I mean, yeah, there is flex, but I'm pressing really hard. But if I'm not pressing hard, it's not really much flex. But I mean, if you don't want the flex, just build it with the aluminum. There wasn't really much vibration, to be honest, because I believe the case is just way too heavy, mate. I mean, it's 3 kilos, regardless, without the plate. It actually, the case itself, if it's not like sitting nicely on your table and without the silicone feet, that's where it vibrates. Like, it vibrates the table. Like, where's my plateless? Pretty sure I'll have my plateless. We'll probably keep the film on the weight. Yes, most likely. Well, anyway, Sky, we need to put an end. Unless you guys have one cut for the GEM and sell. No, we don't. Nah, to be honest, there's not, after this GEM, after we sell the extras and everything, no more GEM again. Bye bye. Forget about GEM. With the SXT, probably we'll start offering the weights as is, so people can purchase different finishing for the weights, because the weight at least is quite small, real, and easier to package. While with the JEM and the RAR, there's no way we can offer a second weight. The weight is like just massive. Anyway, thanks, Guy. Appreciate this. I really love chatting with you. And let's schedule another stream on Sunday, I reckon. And hope you enjoy Spain. And don't forget, stay safe. Good night, mate. Thank you. Have a good night. Ciao.